to what what tonight we're calling a chill hour, but just somehow I just thought I would come in. Um, but hopefully everybody's day has been going well on this Sunday today. My day was pretty good. All I did today was I just chilled out at home and stuff like that, so nothing really too crazy. But as people start coming in here, though, please just be aware to be respectful and mindful of other people in here, because we do have new subscribers who will be joining and that do join most live streams. So make sure you are making them feel welcome, because they don't know what it's like in here. And we want to make sure that we are showing extra respect, so that way they know how things work around here. And also be aware we might have mods come in here too, to make sure that we don't have to kick anyone out, because we never want to do that. But if we have to, we have to. But if we don't, we don't. And hopefully we don't have to. Knock on wood. We're not really gonna do that right now, which is a fake saying. But yeah, I thought I would just come on here for a few minutes, not for too long. But yeah. And for people thinking, where's my light located right now? It is my salt lamp right now. It is what it is. But I can also turn on my LED strip lights if I want to. But, yeah. So anyway, I've said before, if, for people who haven't done so already, make sure you guys go like and subscribe to me for future updates that you want to see from me with more lives or videos. Hey Emma, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel. I can tell you're new, so give me a second while I just get in the spot. How are you doing? But hopefully you're doing good. Of course. Oh, we have 5 people total in here right now. So, and I've said before, if you are new, welcome. And if you are a returning guest who's been here before, welcome back. John, welcome in the chat. Yes, it is right now 10:26 right now, where I am located. Do you play Dandy's World? To answer your question, Emma, no, I do not. To answer that. And thank you for the first person who liked the chat. Keep those likes coming. Which we're starting off on a good note. You know, that's a good thing, because it's good to keep stuff like that going. Because, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. 7 people in here, so welcome in, y'all. Y'all can ask questions too, just don't ask stuff that is inappropriate or that would sound very uncomfortable, because we do have other people, because there's other people in here, and you know, we don't want to affect them as well, because what if they start thinking similar things, but in their mind, you know, we don't want to be there. Do you have a pet? I have 3 dogs. To answer your question, so yes, I do have a pet. I've got 3 of them, which are dogs. two small dogs and one big dog. Yeah, so the breeds, if you are curious, are 2 Shih Tzus and 1 German Shepherd Malinois mix, which, and if you want to know genders as well, one of the Shih Tzus are a boy and a girl, and then the German Shepherd Malinois mix is a girl. So 2 girls, 1 boy. And that's their info about them. They're pretty chill. I mean, one of the Shih Tzus is an old man, and he's pretty good. The German Shepherd Malinois mix is a little bit of a turd, but it just depends. And then the other Shih Tzu, which is a girl, she's kind of turd, but she's good sometimes. It just depends on what is going on and stuff like that. And sorry you're hearing like faint snoring sounds behind me. That's my dad. Lily snoring next door. Jeremy, how are you doing, dude? It's been a minute. I'm glad to see you in. And yes, you guys, I've said here in the nightlight portion, I've said that before, because my dad literally does snore, and sometimes he can snore to the actual point where y'all can actually physically hear it from here. I'm glad to hear that you are doing well, Jeremy. And I'm doing good. I'm just nothing too crazy, just relaxing and stuff like that. Yeah. Kind of. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that you are doing well, though. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, by that. Perfect. Yeah, it's like very small right now. But I think right now it's the fact that I think he's next door. Oh, I think that's because I've got my salt lamp on. Which I can always turn my other. I can do something on here in a minute. And let me just say this. For me, it's probably right around 10. I start turning my lamp off, and I just keep my little mini salt lamp on, so I still have a light where I can see and get around. Just to kind of give the lamp a break, because I usually will have this thing, my lamp on, which is over there by my clock. I will have that on most of the day. And, it's gonna kind of give it a break just a little bit. And of course, I still have another. Hey there, Ajab, how are you doing? I can tell you're new, so welcome in. You know what? I'll turn my strip lights on. Give me a moment. Oh, man. Give me a second. I'm from the U.S. To answer your question. Hang on. Give me a second. Oh, it's right here. Here we go. Give me a moment. There we go. So, Here are the lights. Return to strip lights on, y'all. Give me a second. This pillow wanted to be dumb. Give it a second so it'll be still dumb. Okay. Sorry about that. Turn my strip lights on just so y'all can still see me a little bit better. And, okay. Let me look at this. Oh, that's cool, Jeb. And she's probably either talking to her boyfriend or she's probably busy with stuff. Probably. That's probably what she's doing. Sometimes she'll come in here. It just depends. And stuff like she's been here a few times. It just depends on what she's up to at the moment. And also to give you guys the update on my boyfriend, he's still doing really good. He and I've texted a little bit today, but today's been, well, earlier this afternoon, really, not all day. He let me know that he kind of called me today because he was busy doing lawn work stuff. So I'm like, thank you for letting me know. And y'all, it's been since Wednesday that he and I have been able to talk last, so it's been about like 4 days. So hopefully, knock on wood, tomorrow can be hopefully an availability tomorrow, which would be great. But yeah. Hey there, welcome back. And I'm doing pretty good. What about yourself? And oh, that's cool. That is really cool. Good job. Good for you. Hopefully y'all been doing good. You know? Because, you should be doing well. But yeah, and also for a couple of my new people in here, me and my boyfriend have been together for over 1.5 years. We will be 2 years in September. I think, honestly, in my opinion, I feel like that's more crazy than last year, which is crazy. But yeah. So I hear my dad snoring next door. So yeah. Crazy. Alright, we have 3 people hitting the like button. I'm sorry, I'm getting an itch. But yeah, so that's just what's happening there with stuff. And also, you guys, just to kind of say a little things that's going down that I know is going on this week. Well, on Friday, I will be out of town, so I will not be here Friday night. Well, probably really like Friday afternoon through Saturday. Sometimes Saturday. But that's because Friday, at my boyfriend's college program, they have their annual grand ball, and so I will be there with him on Friday. Actually, and I finally get to actually attend to this literally after 2 years. So I'm excited about this. And each year they've got a theme, and so this year it's neon, so we're going a little bit more casual, but also we're going full neon here. So like, I already have an outfit and other stuff for it. And me and my dad are gonna go stay at a hotel, so then because it's from 6:30 Central to 8:30 p.m. Central. Yeah, for people that want to know time zone differences, it's Central time. And y'all's times is going to be a little bit more different for all over. But yeah. And so, and then the thing is, because for reference, I live 2 hours away from his college program. And so, for reference, it ends at 8:30. And the thing is, if I were just to come back the same night, I probably wouldn't be back till probably 10 or 10:30 at the latest, just because of probably at least anywhere between 10 to 10:30 at night. And even with the traffic going back, the first few minutes of it gets a little crazy because people are getting home from work that day, but also people are just trying to get home too from things. And yeah, so it's very crazy. And so that's why me and my dad are gonna stay at a hotel that night. So then stay there that day. So then that way, that's one less thing, and then you go right at it sometime Saturday. And so yeah, I will let you guys know how it did go though. But yeah. Anywho, we have 3 people now who flight. Thank you so much for the 2 others that added on the like count. So let's keep those likes coming as these next minutes go by, because we currently have 6 of you guys in here. 5 now. It did show 6 for a minute, but then it switched. It did switch gear. And yeah. Manual. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm so excited. So yeah, even kind of this week's plan, hopefully for me the plan will be on probably Tuesday or tomorrow. I might do it on Tuesday, but we'll see. So either anywhere between tomorrow or Tuesday, I'm gonna call my pharmacy to call in my prescription, because my medication is running a bit low. Like, I only have enough probably till half of the week, which is not good. I mean, it's good for the first few, but it's pretty crucial if you're like, let me just say this. When it comes to your own medications, it's not going to be good when you run out. Because, a lot of times medications like that help you with your medical side, but also with life too. For instance, y'all, I take medications to help with my seizures stay put, meaning they don't go through the roof as much. And y'all, let me just say this, that's kind of why that's why I barely these days really have constant seizures. Like, they're almost like faded at this point, if you think about it. It's almost like if something was to fade, like if it disappears, it's kind of like that whenever I take them. That's just because it works so good. And yeah. And if I probably were to go probably a day or two, probably like 2 or 3 days without it, I would start having a seizure, and that would not be good at all. And yeah. So, but yeah, it's just important. And then Wednesday, the plan for me is to trim my bangs because they're getting pretty mangy and thick. So just cutting and thinning them out a little bit. And that will help me out a ton because then they won't look super like thick and stuff like that. And plus thinning them out actually helps them feel lighter and not a little heavier on me. Jacob. But yeah. So, how are you doing, Jacob? And thanks. At first I was trying to put the same name as I've got in my just nickname part. But that option was taken, but to give me that other option that y'all are seeing on my handle. And so, went with that and it was cool. So it's still similar, but just different. What was the original name? It was my name, May Thomas, 3688, which was just random that was there before. And then, and a couple of my people did like recommend that, or actually a few people did say that would be an idea to update it, just to, and it's kind of good here and there to do that, because especially if you've had a certain handle on YouTube for a certain period of time and let's just say you're getting tired of it and you want something more fun to where people will keep getting good, it's kind of good to do that. Yeah, because there were a couple people that put that as like an idea, and so took a little bit, but luckily I got it to a good one to almost match my nickname in here as well. I wonder what Jacob, I don't know. Oh, the heck was that? Sorry, I was hearing something next door, but just little things. But yeah. So. I mean, to answer that, really, I'm not doing too bad. I mean, here and there, there'll still be some things popping up. Not seizure-wise, but just other crazy perks. Which is really, occasionally, I'll kind of still get dizzy spells off the bat. Headaches too, which that's just more of medication side effects, though. It's not like an alarming situation. Most people with epilepsy get those. But also the other day I did have my allergies were going insane to the point where I was just not feeling good a couple days back. It was like the worst. It was like Friday, actually, when that happened, which was bizarre. Like, I wasn't really feeling too great on top, and sometimes my allergies will do that. Yes, Jeremy, I have had it since I was literally a baby. And yes, people with epilepsy, for people that don't even know that,
certain medications that they're on, not all of them, but at least a few. Some of them, a couple of side effects that are part of the medications are dizziness and headaches, but that's just side effect wise, you know. And plus, for example, one of my friends I met in school, in high school, she also had epilepsy and dealt with the same stuff. So even I knew what it was when I started kind of getting more headaches constantly and more dizzy spells constant. I started now knowing it and stuff. And yeah. Yeah, you told me that as well. Yeah, Jeremy, you and me are both for the same disability, and even I had brain surgery as well. I was almost 2 when I had it. And I mean, Jeremy, I don't get, like, for example, I don't get seizures constantly these days. It's like, it's at this point, it's more of a kind of just less than, like, very like very, oh, how do I put this? My brain's gonna go crazy. But yeah, like my seizures are like less active. There we go. That's how we're gonna put it. Is less active than they were when I was younger. And like I said, you guys, the last time I ever had a seizure was when I was a sophomore in high school. Just bizarre. And I don't know. Last night for some reason, I was literally thinking of just a crazy thought. I think it was either the 22nd. I had to look back at the date of when it was, or figure it out again, because I know it was somewhere this month. Was what basically this month marked. Hang on. Give me a moment. Basically, this month marked the 3-year anniversary. Crazy, think about that. That it was like 3-ish years ago that in March that I ever had a seizure last, and I've just said before that it was wild. Emmett, welcome to the chat. I'm doing good. How about you? I think from the last I looked, it was like, I think it was 670 something subscribers last. Which is wild. Just really bizarre. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Damn, look at that submission. Legend. It's okay. I know you weren't trying to. It's just, we like get a lot of information, and it's just, And I mean, I'm glad you don't do it rapidly, because I'll just say this. Actually, this will bring me up to something, but I know you're not in this, though. But y'all, in general, I will say this. YouTube now I'll just say this, especially now these days, for people in here, just in general, be careful when spamming something over and over, because now YouTube will actually automatically will block you. Like, they'll actually automatically ban you for a certain period of time, and not just by, not like me or my mods or anyone will be the one that does it. YouTube will just do it to somebody. But that's just one of the now new rules in here, apparently. Because it was a few weeks back or two, or a month back, that I was in a YouTuber's live stream, who I've kind of been joining more often. And I guess she had, a really good person to her that I don't know, I think she wasn't trying to, but somehow they randomly literally kicked her off for a little bit. So just as a note to self, to some of you, not everybody, but just for some, just to be aware out there. It's okay, and thank you so much. I very appreciate it. But yeah, pretty crazy. Well, you know what? Let me get up. Let me take my last round of my medication real quick. But first, let me just update something real quick. You know what? I'm gonna change it to green this time. Just to update it. There we go. Sorry guys, I was taking my last round of my meds, which that's important. But yeah. Anyway, man, my ears are a mess. Man, we have 6 legs. Let's go. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna turn this other light off because it just makes it look crazy. Okay, that's better. Sorry about that. I turned my salt lamp off just because in the front view it was making it look a little wild. So, yeah. Exactly, for real. Yep. I mean, hey, do its best, because if you're not doing its best, then what are you doing? Like, really, what are you really doing? But let's see, I'm gonna probably lower this by 1 as well. Hey there, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? What up, y'all? We have 2 people currently in the chat at the very moment. I am from the US, to answer your question. And y'all, I answer these most safely as possible. Just so everybody's aware about that. Yeah. I can't hear my dad snoring. That's what he does. But yeah. Can you hear him? Very faintly. Right now for me it is almost 11 o'clock at night. Like right now we're like 3 minutes away from that, which isn't too bad because I'll be up till like 12:30, because I don't have to be up till like between 8:25 8:30 like really 8:30 these days, which isn't bad at all. And so, oh, cool. Yep. Oh, that's crazy. And, yeah. And, boom. Give me a moment. Let me just fix them. Oh. What grade are you, Emmett? Man, I still remember the days that I had to get up at like 5:45, 5:30 in high school. Those are brutal. Oh, cool. Hopefully your day at school goes well. Hey, Parker. How are you doing? I can tell you're new, so welcome. Hopefully you're doing good. Yeah, like an itch. You do as well. And I'm glad that you joined. But yeah. Man, you guys, we have 6 likes in here total. But yeah. Oh, but now we have none of y'all on here. Which makes a little cray. Oh, what was I even doing for a moment? Give me a second. I'm gonna turn this thing on. Oh, who's in my chat? Yep, it looks like you're the only one in here at the moment. Which isn't, let's see, I might do wait. Don't do wait, do I? But yeah. There we go, we're gonna do wait and see what that does. Just to kind of break it. Just a bit. Let's do 550. Yeah, 50. Alright, sorry about that. I was adjusting the light and the volume. So now I've got on the white setting it at 50. So that way it's not too in my business. No. But yeah. Oh, we have 3 people in the chat, y'all. So again, if you're new, welcome. And if you are a returning guest who's been here multiple times or even recently, welcome back. I always love having all you here. Hey there. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're doing good. And hopefully you're staying safe out there. Because let's just say in our generation these days, let's just say certain people, but things out there are crazy. And there's a lot of just things going on these days. Like a lot of medical stuff is going on. And just people are not making the right decisions off the bat. And, you know, so just hopefully you guys are doing your part and staying safe out there, because you never know what can happen in like 60 seconds. Like, really. Like, every 60 seconds, something at any time can not go the right direction. But yeah.
Let me.
But yeah, just stand up for a little bit. But yeah. Anyway, yay, we have 7 people liking. Thank you so much. But yes, you guys, if you haven't already, make sure you are hitting the like button, because that really helps a lot with people, and that tells me good responses. Because, you know, it is good to share the feedback. And even liking the live, you guys, in other words, means like good, like improvement. And it just gives us like feedback, you know. Hang on, give me a moment. Yeah. But anyway, let's see. I might put y'all in a position where I'm not having to hold it as much. So give me a minute. Let's just do this so I can. Okay, there we go. I'll do it like that so it's not easy for me to hold. But anyway, so, but yes, people are coming in here though again. Just make sure you are following the things. We have. All right, bye Parker. I'm glad that you joined. And hopefully you have a good day or night, wherever your time's up period is right now. But I'm glad that you stopped by. And we have 7, like I said before, we had 7 of you guys who've liked. Thank you very much to those many people that have did that. I very appreciate it. And stuff like that. Sorry, I hear my dad. Sorry, I hear my dad snoring in the background, which I said before. People have heard him snoring before in streams at night occasionally. But, you know, do what you gotta do. Y'all, let me just, y'all, I think, honestly, I'm kind of liking the white better. Y'all, hold on. Is it just me, or do I feel like I'm liking the white light out of the colors right now? For some odd reason. I feel like I like it for some reason. Jason, welcome in the chat, dude. How are you doing? And I'm feeling pretty good. Jeremy, to answer your question in a second. Jason, to answer your question, let's just kind of say a long story about it. So probably about a week and a half or 2 ago, at first I had what they would call, so really I had a wart on the bottom of my left foot, but really there's different kind of warts, and what I have is what they would call a plantar wart, which is, you know, it's just from, you know, like it's not a bad thing and stuff like that, but let's just say, like, these things do heal quickly, they do heal over time, but sometimes in that period window, as each day just goes, it just gets more painful for you to really put weight on it as much. And especially recently, it started just getting the crazy out of me. And so Parker, welcome back. And and even I was talking with my mom the other day, and she was like, I can probably ask your dad, but she remembers having a couple of different, like she has a pair of crutches in the attic. So originally there was actually 2 of them. So one of them was another kind. Well, actually, at first though, it was a cane at first, which could not understand all of it, just trying to learn it. And then luckily pulled out, and then luckily my dad saw crutches up there that was from like, basically I think it was from like 1998 or 1999. Because my dad had an ACL injury back in that day. And so he used these when he was recovering from it. And yeah. Yeah, they're wood, by the way. Than what you normally would see. So that's why they look a little different, because they're a little old fashioned. But, and let's just kind of say it took about probably a day to kind of learn how to get the hang of it. And really, I really have used these like when I feel like my foot is really just is driving me bizarre. And it just kind of gives my foot, because y'all, let me just say this, since this injury though, but then here's a twister. The other day I was in the donkey pasture, because we have donkeys in my neighborhood that we got about a year ago. And I was just walking, and I was wearing my cowboy boots in the field, which is what I would wear, so that way I don't step into like anything pointy or something like that, or get stepped on by accident. All of a sudden I was walking like normal, just chilling, and all of a sudden, y'all, let's just say I tripped over my own boot. I literally tripped over my own boot, probably, which I did, and literally bruised a bit of my left foot, which is literally on the same foot as the wart. And so that made it 5 times worse than what it's been. So, yeah. It's never ending. Never ending. So, there's a couple things that will just go bizarre and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's pretty crazy and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how on Friday my foot does, and if I feel like if I need to bring these with me, I could, because I'm going to my boyfriend's college programs event, and stuff like that, and yeah, so kind of my thinking is on Friday morning I'll see how my foot is doing, and if I feel like I need to have the urge to just bring this for safety, I could, but it's just a find out and see situation. And so for reference, and even y'all, the best part with these is luckily they've got holes down here to adjust my height. So thankfully I was able to get them adjusted so that way it could be short girl friendly. Because for reference, I'm only 5'3" in these. And then I also leveled the grip that you hold on to in these to make them, because before they were like an inch or 2 down, and I was like this, I'm not having that bent in my arm, because the thing is when you are in crutches you need to at least have your arm bent at like a 10-degree angle, so like almost a 45, but like this way. So like what I'm doing right now, just have that, because if you're like this the entire time, your arm will just be aching. But if you're like this, it won't be. And yeah, pretty bizarre. But yeah, so it's crazy. But yeah. Okay, I got both facing this way. But yeah, like, you know. So really, like I said, I mean, times I would really use them is if I feel like my foot is really going, if I feel like my foot is really pinching me off the bat, like it does hurt, but when I feel like it's just driving me too crazy to handle it, then I would use them. But if I feel like if they're decent enough where I can get halfway in here, I can. Violet, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Hopefully you've been doing well and stuff like that. But yeah. Give me a moment. I am so glad that you joined. Let's see if I can get this over here. Give me a moment. Hang on. Man, everywhere is a little crazy. Hopefully you're doing good. Alright. Okay, you guys. Okay, you know what, y'all? We're gonna do night outfit check of the night. So, night fit check. Pajama set. So both of my pajama shirt is, I think, from Walmart, and I think the pants are too, which they're both a set. And I think they're both from Walmart, from what I know. I think. And then glasses are Sam's Club. My hair ties I wear are from Walmart, I think. Yeah. So that's just fit check of the day. So just be aware for it to be wonky. But yeah. Ben, welcome in the chat. Thank you so much. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, the reason why I'm in crutches right now, you guys, is it's nothing too alarming. But I've only been up for probably a couple days right now. But it's because, right now I have a wart on my foot, which is a plantar wart. And it's, let me just say this now. For people that never have had a wart on their foot before, I'm gonna tell you now that it is the worst thing to experience, because y'all, our main body part, our main functional part besides our arms that we use daily is our feet. That's how we get from place to place, not our arms place to place. And walking normal, walking flat every day is a little difficult, because literally when you go to press it flat, it hurts. So let's just say with me, I've been getting around walking on the padding part on my foot was just below your heel. That's kind of how I've gotten around my left foot until I was able to finally until my parents saw that they had crutches in the attic I was able to use if I needed to. And then the other day in my donkey pasture, I was walking just normal in the pasture, and all of a sudden I tripped over my own boot in the pasture, causing a little bit of a bruise on the top of my foot, on the same foot where the current injury's at. And that just made it about 5 times worse. So really at this point, it's like I can't even catch a break. And let me just say this, it's kind of been crazy because lately, let's just say, I've not been able to catch a break for a little bit. Because not too long ago, I also tripped let's just say about a couple weeks ago, I went over to our mailbox to go check the mail to see if we got any mail, because I knew I had something coming in at the time. And so, because for reference, the mailboxes we have are those kind of like almost like small door kind of ones and stuff like that. It's kind of like if you think about old-fashioned, it's like a little bit old-fashioned, but not quite old-fashioned. That's kind of what it's like. It's just those like doors that you slide open, and then you'll have like your name personalized on it with like your address number or something that has to do with it. Yeah. And so I was just doing that, checked it, and did all the things. And then I go to walk back to my golf cart, which is really like my parents' golf cart, that I'm able to use to drive around my neighborhood with. So if I wanted to practice my driving, I could. Because, y'all, I'm a non-licensed driver right now because I'm almost 20 for saying that. And then as I was so then what happened after that was I was walking up to the golf cart, and all of a sudden there's this, and for reference, across from the mailboxes, there's this slight ditch hole. A slight little like ditch that's a little bit deep. For some reason, I don't know what. Like half of it is just shown. And all of a sudden, y'all, I don't know, I think I was crazy in my own brain. And I was just walking up, not near it, and probably about halfway up, I literally fell halfway into that ditch. And y'all, let's just say this. Y'all, I'm short. And I said before, I'm only 5'3". And let's just say me trying to get up, trying to push my way out. Let's just say my short body was trying to get up there, but it was just being a pain in the butt to get up. But luckily, nothing too alarming was really injured from that. Not really, other than just like maybe a couple little things possibility going up. But yeah, and y'all, one of my neighbors, luckily it was only one of my neighbors were nearby and not like 5 or 6. Because if that happened, I would have been embarrassed myself. Which, when I want to do that. And, yeah. And Vivian, thank you so much for your support. And yeah, I mean, warts aren't a fun thing to have, especially when it's the foot. left or right foot, really. Like on the bottom, because that's where you mainly use. Because when y'all are walking, we mainly step and press with that foot, with both feet. And it's just a pain in the butt. JM, welcome in the chat. Yeah, it hurts so bad. So I feel ya. Yeah, like, and I mean, for example, right now I've been using, for a little bit, my dad's been using the freezing sensation spray stuff at first for warts, but then that stuff ran out not too long ago, and then my dad ordered the patches that you can use that do the same job. I feel like, I don't know if I mean, I feel like they're kind of doing something, but not quite as I would think. But yeah, it ain't easy. So, and I will say this: me right now, just standing in these couches right now, it almost makes me have a flashback to when, so one of my friends in high school, she's like my best friend. And for people that, and for name purposes, her name is Asia. She's literally like the best, like she's literally almost like a sister to me, just because she's awesome. And I think it was our junior year of high school. I think it was when she was a junior. Like we both were juniors at the time. And a certain day or so, I guess she one day sprained her ankle really bad. Like she sprained it, I think, really bad. And so even after about a week or two of not being at school, she came into school and also using crutches as well. And man, it's crazy. And so kind of what it would be like for at least a little bit was her and I would leave to go to our 6th period about 5 minutes early, just because, and let me just say, our school security people that did work for the school at the time, luckily he was very helpful. Like, he's been really good for, especially with people who have to use wheelchairs to get around, or in my friend's case, crutches or any sort of disabled part that they have to use. Luckily, he's able to let them by a little bit earlier, so that way no one else doesn't trip over us or doesn't go after us, And even I was able to go with her to make sure that it's good to have a friend nearby, because it's good to have a friend with you during those times, because then they can help you out. Or let's say if you're struggling a little bit, like let's say if you need to carry either their backpack or something or anything on them, you can, and it's just helping a friend out in need. And so at least half of the days until she was able to be let off them and stuff like that. But yeah. Thank you so much, Vivian. I am so glad you joined, and I will see you around. And welcome back, Emmett. But yeah, so yeah, just really, and with me and it was funny, is with me using the crutches right now is making me think of her. Because even like I said, she was in the same state too, but with a sprained ankle a few years ago. So, yeah. 600. Okay, you guys, you know what this means. We only now need 20 more people to subscribe, and then we'll be at 700. Y'all. Yeah. Just so everyone is aware, whenever any number hits anywhere in the hundred, like anywhere in the hundreds, 80 zone, that only tells you only need 20 more people to hit that button, and then you'll be at the next digit, the next 100, until you get higher. Just bizarre. So, and let's just say, I feel like these numbers have been going really fast. Just crazy. Like, it's really crazy, I'm not gonna lie. And honestly, y'all, I feel like 500 went quick. And then we were at this number. Wow. Let's go. Nice. But yeah, man, come here, y'all. And so, man. Oh, foot. But yeah. So yeah, well, yeah, y'all. So we will see how my foot is gonna end up feeling on Friday, and that might determine if I might bring these along for the ride or not. Because, you know, and let me just say to you guys, at the party I'm going to coming up, it is from 6:30 Central to 8:30 Central, which is 2 hours. And there's gonna be a lot of times where I'm gonna be up for that much. But I mean, there might be times where I will kind of go here and there. And, you know, of course, I'll be a little bit crazy on my foot. Possibility. But yeah, we will see how my foot feels by Friday. And if by the morning I wake up and I feel like I need the urge to take these with, I will. Because, you know, I'd rather be safe first than not. Alright. Hey Jimmy, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. But yeah, Emmett, I'm glad that you stopped by. That's good. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Sorry, and I've said before, the reason why you're hearing faint snoring is because of my dad. So just ignore that. Aw. Thank you so much for that statement. I very appreciate it. I think you definitely just made my night. So thank you. And hopefully you have a good rest of your day or night as well. But yeah. So, and then you guys over here, it's only 11:32 Central. But I'm up for like another hour. And, yeah. Of course. Hey, we definitely need to keep sharing the word all these days because slowly but surely, there's some people that are just slowly not putting Jesus in their lives because, either they just don't believe in him or they're starting to lose hope in him. So just keep sharing the word because that will help more people get close to him. So, like, we need to keep seeing more people like you that just help out with just sharing, and even other people sharing out the word. Because, especially during times that we're going through, we're going to need it, either if it's physically, mentally, spiritually, all the stuff. And plus, there might be some of us out here that are going through things like either us are going through hard times with medical stuff, or if we've just been not ourselves recently. Like, probably for instance, y'all, I've been dealing with a wart on my foot, just been dealing with a lot of just crazy, just little pains here and there, and then also just other just wild things on top of that. It's just been it's just kind of been a non-stop break process. Like right now, I am standing on crutches right now, just because my parents had them, and I only really use them when I feel like the pain's really going wild and stuff like that. And yeah, these are what they look like, which they're wood kind of ones. And yeah, but hey, and plus I do whatever it takes, even if it means me using these whenever I feel like the pain's getting too much, or just, and plus, y'all, for reference, the way, let me just kind of show you guys. I've been like this, so whenever I go to walk like normal, I would be not going flat. Like, this foot is normal. A lot of times I would be angling it like that or like this. So really, I would really be pressing more on the cushion part, which is the sole part of your foot. So it's like the very beginning of your foot. And so that's just what, with me, it's been like for a little bit. For at least a week and a half. I think it's like a couple weeks now. But, you just gotta do your part, even if it means doing whatever it takes to slowly hit recovery, or, or just distracting yourself for a bit, And you hear my dad. But yeah, give me a moment. And sometimes I only would use them if I need to, but it's not like a permanent use. Ooh, yep, it's the butt. Give me just a moment. But yeah, so but yeah, so now I can show you a little bit better. Yeah, that's what it looks like all together. But yeah. Yo, I'm serious. I said it a few minutes ago, but honestly, I think I am liking the white, not the like. Why did I say that? I think for some reason I'm loving the white vibe. For some reason. Honestly, I don't know why, but I just think it's kind of a chill, just neutral good. It's not it's not super wild, it's not super boldish in my face. So I think maybe that might be the new color light I use if I decide to turn them on for a certain period of time. And the only times you can really choose white. Sorry, I was going crazy. My God. Sorry, y'all. My boyfriend texted me, so that's why I let it went. That's why I kind of squealed for like 2 seconds, like a small squeal. Yeah, that's just me though. Whenever, I mean, that's really half of us girls. Whenever our man texts us, and but yeah, he was just telling me good night because he is going to bed. And with y'all, he's just too cute. I'm not gonna lie. And honestly, I can't wait to even see what he's gonna look like on Friday. I'm pretty much known to go wild. Like I would. Which, oh my gosh, I can't. The nerve in my brain is just like going bizarre. But yeah. But yeah. So we have 2 people in here right now, so yeah, and it's almost 11:40 over here, and we're just hanging right now. So again, if y'all want to ask questions, you can. And yeah, seriously, why do I now love this light? I really don't know why. I now all of a sudden love how the white looks in here, especially at this time of night, because it doesn't give a huge, like, even though the color part of the lights are so cool too, for some reason I feel like it's not like a huge crazy perspective. Like, I mean, a lot of people can get what I'm saying, but just because, for example, like y'all earlier I had blue on here at first for a little bit and then changed it to green, and y'all saw how bold those 2 are, especially of course when it hits my face reaction. Especially a couple of them just make me look crazy. Not like I am crazy, but but all this I almost feel like white just gives a little bit more neutral, gives you more of like an actual neutral look. And honestly, it's almost like a mixture of like a light blue and white together, because around here it makes it more almost like a fadish blue tone, but not like too revealing, just the way it reflects. But also towards like me, it actually would give almost as if you were using a ring light towards me, or just anything really. So yeah, you know what, yeah. It's okay, Jimmy. Life happens. If you had to do something, you had to do something. If you were busy, you're busy. Usually half the time people get busy in between stuff. Oh, that's cool. But yeah. Goodness, man. Pretty bizarre. your name. uh, um, Ben, to really answer your question, I don't know. I really don't even know much about it. To answer your question, really. I mean, yeah, I mean, if it's probably like something crazy, they should, but it's so funny because, man, he's crunk. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know a lot about all of it because I've never really have heard anything about it unless a person explains it to me, but I mean, they probably should if it's something, if they did something what they shouldn't have done, you know? Because, like I said, there's people out there that aren't even making good decisions out there. For literally just, they just don't know how to act right. Some people, not everyone, but some people out of a few don't know how to act right personally. And so that's why I always say stay safe and always make sure you are doing the right stuff out there because people are dumb. Whoa. That's crazy. Yeah, because I mean, there are people out there that just, they really make bad decisions. Like, for example, there's people that literally don't follow the law or they do horrible things to other people for the dumbest things. Like, there's some people that will crash into other people, or some people will be drinking and driving on the job, which is not cool at all. Some people are gonna, or other people are just abusing others, which is not cool at all, especially child abuse. Just, I'll say that now because there are a lot of people that are abusing children, and it's not a good thing at all. And let me just say this, a lot of kids, though, they're young, and for them to experience that at a young age, it will haunt them. It will seriously haunt them for literally the rest of their life because of what either their mom or their dad or anyone of their family members did to them that was hurtful. But I mean, like I said, just be good out there and just stay safe because, like I said, you never know what's going to happen in 60 seconds. Because every 60 seconds on the clock that goes by, which means every hour that goes by, you never know what's going to happen anywhere in that period of time. Because a lot of things at once can happen, and it just be a scene worth. But yeah, like y'all, to kind of give you guys a little background history. My boyfriend, when he was a kid, his actual parents, let's just say his bio dad actually went to, I know from what he told me, his dad went to jail for doing bad stuff out there, And then the mom, I think she did bad stuff and moved like far out. And then it kind of was back and forth with my boyfriend and his brother were both being in Lily were just being in foster care and stuff like that. And honestly, y'all, it was just sad for him to experience that at a young age. And then I think somewhere in middle school, he was finally taken in by his aunt and just with a lot better sense. And then, yeah. And then, now, for instances with me, when I was younger, this was when I was going through with my parents knowing, this is crazy because even for me and my parents both, it was the fact of them not knowing why I kept having seizures in the beginning, and then me taking, and then after doctors were trying to figure out why, that's when they found out I was diagnosed with epilepsy somewhere in the month's age. So somewhere when I was probably 5 or 6 months old, or 7 months. I forgot the actual age of the stage of my baby life where I was actually diagnosed. But it's somewhere in that area. And then when I was almost 2, so it was basically July of 2007. So I was almost 2, not fully 2 yet. And that's when I had brain surgery to take out most part of the right side of my brain out, not the entire brain, but the right fraction of my brain out, to control my seizures and have a chance at life. And I am here about 19 and a half years later. And they even said that there might be a possibility that I might not really be able to walk or talk again. They usually say this just to kind of get you to creep mode. But what do y'all know? 19 and a half years later, I'm talking, I'm standing, I literally graduated high school last year, about almost last year, in a couple months, which is bizarre. Hey, Tin Food Boy, welcome back. How are you doing? But I'm doing pretty good, to answer your question. But yeah, so a lot of just bizarre with me. And then, of course, after that surgery, of course, I kind of still continued having chaotic seizures when I was younger. And just so you guys are aware, when I was little, that was when my seizures were more active and stuff like that. But that's just because of the medications. Because, even it was me trying to find the right medication that would clearly slow down my seizures from it being all over the place. And crazy. And I forgot what age exactly I started taking the medications I've been on for over a long time. Oh, cool. How's that been? And, yeah, it's pretty crazy. From my back history, and then, yeah. But yeah. But that is cool. So,
let's see. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Oh, we have 2 people in the chat. 3. Oh. Crazy. Yo, we have 9 likes in here. Let's go. So I'm very impressed by that. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, right now I'm just relaxing right now. And stuff like that. I'm not doing anything too crazy right now. I'm only gonna be up for like the next hour. At least an hour and a half. Because I'll be going to bed around 12:30. Because I'll be waking up around at least 8:30. At least 8:30, 8:20. And stuff like that. But yeah. Alright, cool. I will see you around. But yeah. So. Good. Oh, we have 3 people in the chat. So, here's a mess. But yeah, so, and yeah, you guys, and also the reason why I'm talking just a few notches lower, it's just because my brother and my dad and my mom are all asleep, and I am the last person who is up for the next hour. And so, for example, if I were to stream with y'all or something like that, or talk with a friend of mine, I would kind of talk a little lower than I would, because, you know, and even for reference, my dad, where my dad sleeps and my brother sleep are like next door to me. Well, my brother's next door to me, and then my dad is just right behind this wall. And then, I mean, my mom would hear me a little bit, but it's because she's on the other side of the house, and I'm like far than she is. But yeah. But yeah. So. But yeah. I just talk a little lower so that way they can't, well, this way my brother can't hear me. So that way he can actually go to bed and stuff like that. Hey Cole, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. But yeah. Yeah, my hair is. Oh. Y'all can just see how crazy some of this is. And look at that. Oh, hang on, give me a moment. Y'all, let me just say this. I hate with bangs sometimes when the skinniest little longer hairs come in. Is that because that's just the better hairs that kind of pop in? Like the weird skinny thin hair. I swear I hate when it. I swear I hate when it. I just hate when it hangs down. Like in my face, it's like it's wild. Sometimes I'll feel it on me. Like earlier, I felt it, and yeah. But even with bangs, I do hate when they are past my brow. But yeah. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. So yeah. I mean, y'all, I'm probably gonna get off here in a second or two. But I am glad that I came in here with you guys. And yeah, probably tomorrow, I don't know. Probably tomorrow as of right now, I'll probably take a day off. Just because, let me just say this, my schedule nowadays with streaming with y'all is more like every 2 day, or like every other day or two. At least one, like, at least I take a day or two off. Just so this way, it kind of gives me a break in between talking with y'all, but also just medical purposes. You know? I just don't want to overboard myself too much and stuff like that. But then, of course, I'm still gonna stream with you guys. It'll just be that after after that, like, day or two, I'll be back at it and then repeat it, just to kind of help that way. Because, let me just say this, y'all, your health is the number one. Y'all, your health is first. Like, we all put our health first, because I'd rather not put my health any further, or just put it mentally or physically and stuff without issues. And so it's good to take a couple days or a day to yourself, just to physically and mentally get stable-ish in between stuff. Because life happens. Life gets busy with things. But sometimes you just need that little bit of time, just for those couple of days or so, just to really get in there. And yeah. Man. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, but it was really good seeing a lot of you and a lot of new people that came in here. But I will see you guys within a couple days.